Hey guys, welcome back. Hoping you all are doing great. And for today, what I've observed, again, it is not my total observation, but something that was a notion in me, since I have spent all my life in a city environment or in a city setup, you can say. I used to think that whenever somebody helps me in my time, maybe my time is not so good and now somebody is helping me out. I'll have to do that same thing for the other person when probably not so right time is going on in their life or they need my help in some way. But recently, when I was having, you get to meet a lot of people and people are coming from different backgrounds. And especially when it is like a bit of a village setup and, the whole families are living together, like the extended families are closely connected. And then there is always this case, somebody in that family might be for some reason at a better place than the other person or the other people. Or there might be somebody who's like at a one end, and the other person or another set of family, the smaller, what do you call it? Like, say one brother is at a very good post and the other brother is not at that good financial state, but they're closely connected, so they're helping out, like the one who is good at finances maybe helping out somebody who's not good in finances, can be anything. And over a period of time it becomes like somebody is doing a favor for you, and when that favor is being like going on for a number of years, somewhere down the line I realized that people do feel that then they get an authority. There was this one of my colleague who just happened to say, yes, I accept that, so and so people have looked after me when I was quite young and whatever, lot of other things. But that doesn't give them the right to take decisions for my life. That's what she said. Probably it was somebody who is not like her immediate relative, not like a parent or something, somebody, a distant relative who took care, but now over this whole years, for some reason, some crucial decisions in her life are being influenced, or these people are trying to influence it, saying that you have to listen to what we say. We have been with you at whatever, we have taken care of you at very younger age, all that stuff. And what she was having this thought in her mind, these people have helped me or have taken care of me when I was young. So definitely, when you somebody is growing up, that whoever is taking care has gone little older. So I'll do my part of taking care of them when they are older, that way. But now that she was realizing that they were like trying to use it as an authority, she was then feeling, simply whatever, I probably stayed over here and, now they're having this authority over me. It was better I was at my place, whatever that whole thing that was behind the issue. But anyways, the main thing is, guys, what I've realized, as much as possible, right? Probably we should not give this opportunity to anybody else to show that authority over us. And that can be done by probably reducing the number of favors that you can take from that person. Uh, it is like, yes, we need sometimes somebody's help, and probably a help should be returned with a help only. You cannot show that authority, right? And it, especially what happens is in smaller cities, in villages, people are always like, oh, they have helped us out in our times of need and they have been so helpful to us. How we can deny what they are saying? How can we go against what they are saying, even if whatever that they are saying is probably not so good for them or for their whoever, the children or whatever it is. They get sort of a right to take a decision for you, and that is probably not so good situation to be in, right? Because you want to go against it, you want to put across your point, but that whole, that whole notion that okay, they have done so much for us, we are so much under their, favors. Now how can we go against it? How can we raise our voice against them? And this is something that happens, this is what I felt after, like, talking to certain number of people, that it is more happening in, these villages, and probably in those families where it's a huge extended family, being together, but over a period of time, certain people grow out of that setup, right? People go out, go abroad, or probably go for a job in some different state, and then over there they realize that there are more things and they want to probably move out of that whole setup or whole environment, and at that point it becomes a bit difficult. Things can go a little bit of sour between the members, and the whole thing maybe just comes down to, at least in the current time, in this current age and the day that we're living in, as much as possible, if we can reduce taking favors from others, right? I know sometimes taking a favor can make your life easy, but it can make your life easy at this particular moment. Temporary, it is getting a little bit easier, but in the long run, you're giving somebody the right to say something to you or probably use even that favor against you, isn't it? This is what even I had realized, at one point in time, and that's probably something you have to learn. Do as much as you can by yourself. Try to reduce the amount of unnecessary favors. I'll say unnecessary favors only in the case that you can do it. You can manage it by yourself. You don't have to rely on somebody else. And even if that means you have to put a little bit of extra effort in whatever that you are trying to do, okay, without being, getting that external help too much. And it's really nice. So many times I think I might have spoken it that when you're doing anything on your own, right, the output, the result that comes out of it, you can be wholly be responsible for it. You can take the whole credit for whatever you have achieved. So yes, be careful when you're taking any sort of favor from anyone who is, I don't know, if somebody is doing it out of their own will and without sort of, if this person is not going to go ahead and, make a fuss about whatever that they have done, or do a show off of whatever that they have done for you, or use it against you, or use it to show some sort of authority on you, if you're like quite sure this person is none of that type, then probably you can go ahead and take that help, and as and when the life gives you an opportunity to return it back, like just do it so that it gets settled out, and in a longer run no one can say I had done this for that or I have done this for you. Okay, so I'll leave you all with this for this particular weekend. Have a great week ahead and see you soon. Bye bye.